Welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Gingerbeardman here with your weekly Dead by Daylight update, the Blood Point incentive update. To learn more and ultimately help improve matchmaking for future alterations of this mode, we have reactivated the Survivor Blood Point incentive into 1v4 at 150% and applied it to the 2v8 for the remaining time. This will give us a better idea of how much these incentives influence role distribution of each mode. Well, let me tell you something right off the bat there, Chucky. You probably should just make it double for both sides and keep everyone happy. And yep, that's all I gotta say about that. Of course, we're gonna go straight to the store, do our same thing. We are gonna go through the shrine. I'm gonna show you a little bit of these cosmetics, and then we're gonna talk about the patch notes. And don't forget your free gift. 300k. Probably need to spend some of that right now. Jake Park, a lucky stroll. Guess if you're a Jake Park fan, you know, you might like that. Kind of looks like he's going to Australia or something, or maybe Florida. I don't know. Maybe doing some Caribbean. I have no idea, guys. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. The hot dog cook. Or the clown, I should say. Because it is the clown. It's alright. It's alright. It's just a hot dog outfit. It's alright. Alright, these are the other ones that came out. What was it? Well, some of these are this week, but some of them are last week, I believe, also, too. Bang Min. Oh, man, she's all lit up and lighted up. Isn't this the one that had issues or something like that? I think this is it, actually. They had to fix it. I think it is. I might be wrong. Pretty sure it is, though, but someone have to let me know down below. I want to say this is it. It had some issues. They had to fix it. Why do I keep doing that? Nicolas Cage, the Juju fighter. The Kuju fighter. What in the... What? 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 What the... What? This is like Nicolas Cage goes surfing. Like, give this man a surfboard. What the heck? Oh my god. What is that? Oh god, the dredge. What is that monstrosity of crab? What the heck did they do? I do not like that. That's just weird and dumb. All it's wrapped into one. That's just... What is this? The messed up king crab man? Oh man. To each their own. To each their own, ladies and gentlemen. The blight. Oh, this one don't look that bad. Better than that freaking crab, that's for sure. I like that. That's kind of like a underwater zombie looking dude. Looks pretty cool. I like that. Good to me. Alrighty. 2v8 still going for a tiny bit more. It should be shutting off here pretty soon. So if you don't have the foam done, or your SOL, I guess. So you might want to get that done if you haven't already. Let's check out the shrine real quick. This week you got the Scourge Hook, Gift of the Pain, a Languid Touch to Teamwork, Power of 2 in Still Sight. Probably out of all these, I see this used the most out of all of these. So that is the killer one. Out of the two survivors, I would probably lean toward this one right here. And that's my take on the two sides. That's my take on it, guys. That's it. But all right, let's talk about patch notes. Patch notes. But first, before those patch notes, I should just let you all know that if you haven't heard already, I mean, everybody's talking about it. So if you haven't heard about it, you're under a rock probably. But Dead by Daylight and the Five Nights at Freddy's is coming next summer to Dead by Daylight. And don't forget, in March is your single killer coming out that everybody believes is Jason Voorhees. But is it? We will find out. I personally don't think it's him. I think it's probably Predator, but that's just me because they already have Alien in here, and Alien has one of his cosmetics that's on Alien versus Predator. So I would lean more toward Predator than I would Jason, but we may get surprised. You might get surprised. I don't know. You might. There's a possibility. Let's talk about this month. Castlevania coming to Dead by a Daylight at the end of the month here. So we have Dracula coming and Mr. Trevor Belmont. He is coming as well. So let's talk about everything that's coming. And it's a little bit. It's just a tad to talk about. So let's roll through it. New perk, Eyes of Belmont. And of course I'm going to butcher some of these because, yeah, I just suck at I can't spell for crap. So it's just normal around here. It's normal. When a generator is completed, the aurora of the killer is revealed to you for a 1, 2, 3 seconds. Anytime the killer aurora is shown for a period of time, its duration is increased by 2 to 2. That could be good. That could be a nice perk. All right, next. What the heck is that word? Exaltation? Exaltation. I'm going to go with that. Stunning the killer with a pallet upgrades your held item rarity to the next tier, then recharges 25% of the item's maximum charges. Rarity is not kept at the end of the trial. This perk has a 40, 35, and 30-second cooldown. I don't know about that. I'm 50-50. Moment of Glory. This perk activates after you open or rummage through 2 chests. When you become injured, you become broken. Automatically heal 1 health state after 80, 70, 70 seconds. Then this perk deactivates. The effect is canceled. If you enter the dying state, this perk is not activated if you're already suffering from the broken status effect. So what is this, dude? Like, a half of Ace or something? Like, I feel like this is a lot of, like, different versions of Ace's perks. Yeah, like you can run a bunch of Ace perks and this guy's perk, and you'll have a chest rummaging sale pretty much. Anyway, the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord. He's not, just call him Dracula. That's what they're calling him. Killer power. His dark power allows him to extract revenge on humans, taking many forms to terrorize and slaughter them. The Dark Lord has access to 3 forms and can freely change between them. Each form has unique abilities and strength. Vampire form in his default state. The Dark Lord can use a powerful Hellfire spell, which creates pillars of flame that travel ahead of him and can be cast across low obstacles. What the heck are we playing? Are we playing like Neverwinter? What the? Wolf form. And Wolf form, the Dark Lord has access to several abilities that allow for more effective tracking. The movement speed is increased, blood pools and scratch marks are more apparent, and survivors leave a trail of scent orbs behind them. Dark Lord can collect these scent orbs to charge a powerful pounce attack. Bat form. While in bat form, the Dark Lord gains an undetectable status effect. Additionally, he moves faster, ignores vault points, and can teleport at any vault point within 32 meters. Stars become invisible, scrap marks can be seen. That sounds like the Wraith mixed with the Hag or something. Like, I don't even know. That's a mixture of 2 killers there. That's yeah. Just another. Oh no. Speaking of the Hag, Hex, Wrenched Fate. Of course, there's a Hex. After 1 generator has been repaired, a random adult totem becomes a Hex totem and curses the Obsession. The Obsession has a 27, 30, 33% repair speed penalty. They also see this Hex totem aurora within 12 meters. This effect perishes until the Hex totem is cleansed. Human greed, you see unopened chests auroras and survivor auroras are revealed for 3 seconds when they enter a 8-meter range. You also gain the ability to kick the chest to close them. This ability has 80, 70, 60 survivors. What? Kick them closed? For what? To give them another chance at an item? What the? None of these up here. No. None of these up here give you another item or something if the chest is closed. Why would you close? Don't you get another item if they're closed? That makes no sense. Anyway. Dominance. The first each totem in each chest is interacted with by a survivor. The totem or chest is blocked by the entity for 4, 6, and 8 seconds. The aurora blocked totems and chests are revealed to you in white. So out of these, you know the hex is number 1 going to be used the most. I mean, that's an automatic. You should know. Everyone knows that. The hex is going to be used the most. I just don't see the point of human greed. Like, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, killer updates. Who's being messed with? The Doctor. Base kit. Static blast cooldown is now dynamic. If no survivor was caught in the static blast, the cooldown would be 30 seconds. That's new. If at least one survivor was caught in the static blast, the cooldown will be 45 seconds. It was 60 seconds. Increased movement speed is charging static blast to 2.99. It was 1.16. So, yeah. In the Doctor add-ons order, class 2 decreases static blast cooldown to 2.5. It was 4. And Carter's notes is decreased to 3 seconds. It was 6. So that's a nerf to the Doctor. The Doctor has been nerfed. The Dredge. Base kit decreased the volume of the Dredge's audio, increased the movement speed while charging Rain of Darkness 3.8 was 3.68. Decreased daytime cooldown to 10 seconds, it was 12. Increased daytime teleport speed to 19, it was 12. Decreased the time of exit locker 2.25, it was 3. Increased the night. Okay. The Dredge add-on boat key increased teleport speed to 3 seconds, it was 5. Patty's calendar decreased the time to exit the locker to 0.4, it was 1. So pretty much the Dredge, well, for the most part, he got a buff. I mean, that's for the most part. There's only like 2 items in this whole list that got decreased. But everything else, the main base kit itself is a buff. So, yeah, to me, it's a buff. The Nemesis base kit decreased mutation rates 2 required, 5 containment points. It was 6. Hindered penalty duration from tentacle hits 2 seconds. It was 0.25. Liquor tongue. Survivors are hindered for an extra 3 seconds instead. It was 0.2. In Marvin's Blood's 0.5 mutation for inflicting survivors. It was 0.75. So the Nemesis got a nerf. He was nerfed. All right. So let's see what they messed up here. Survivor perk updates. Blast Mine activates after completing a total. Hasn't Blast Mine been touched like 3 times now, at least? Activates after completing a total of 40% worth of repair progress on generators. It was 50. Well, that's a buff. Chemical Trap activates after completing a total of 20% worth of progress on generators. It was 50. That's a buff. Dance with Me decreased the cooldown to 20 or 30, 25, and 20 seconds. That's a buff. Deception decreased cooldown to 30, 25, 20 seconds. It was 60, 50, 40. That's a buff. Diversion activates after being in the killer's terror radius while not in chase for 30, 25, 20. It was 4. These are all buffs. Every single perk. Jesus. Flashbang activates after completing a total of 50, 45 to 40 repair speed. It was 70, 60, 50. Wow. Mirrored Illusions activates after completing a 20% repair. It was 50. Wiretap is 40% worth of repair. It was 50. Every single perk in this whole thing is a buff. Every single one of them. Wow. 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 General gameplay updates. Increase hook stage drain timer to 70 seconds. It was 60. Why? That's why. Map updates. Castle Vista. Dracula's castle will spawn in the sky of Dead by Daylight original maps when playing against Dracula. What? Dracula's castle will spawn in the sky of Dead by Daylight original maps when playing against Dracula. So, are we teleporting to the castle to play up in the castle? We're playing regular maps and we just teleport up in the castle? Is that what you're telling me? Or are we only in the castle floating above the land? Interesting. Midwidge gameplay pass. Breakable walls have been removed in the bathroom section for both roles to use an extra set of stairs to navigate between the floors. Okay. Anyway, graphics options added support to Intel, whatever that means for PC. Live data reboot. As part of our live operations, we occasionally deploy updates to the game without needing an update to the game application itself. These updates included kill switches, new cosmetics, yada 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 yada. All right, that's just pretty much if they need to kill switch something in the game or whatever. That's what that's all about. Lobby controller compatibility navigation. Players can now toggle rotation mode to use the R stick to rotate the character preview as in the store. They need to press A at the top. Cosmetic sub tab defaults to outfit instead of heads. Settings menu, disabled options shown or grayed out instead of having black transparent backgrounds. Miscellaneous prestige levels of other players are no longer visible within an online lobby. That is because people were level 100 and they were lobby dodging. They didn't want to play against level 100s. Me, I'm just going to say this right now, ladies and gentlemen. It don't matter if you live on a game or not. If you're a killer, you should only be worried about one thing, and you know exactly what that is. Kill him. Don't matter the number. It don't matter anything. You could be the greatest looper in the world. You'll still go down. Upgrade easy anti-cheat to new version. And this is now a limit of, 10,000 of any item or add-on or offering. Oh, wow. So you can only have 10,000. Well, who's got 10,000 items? Jesus. Bug fixes, audio. Okay, so audio characters, some maps, odds and ends, collision problems in the maps have been fixed. Mostly, when it comes to map fixes, it's either a collider that's broke or tiles. It's always something like that where you get stuck somewhere, you can't move. That's a collider. That's what that means. It's an invisible box that you can't see, but it's there, but you get stuck in it. That's a collider. Happens in a lot in video games. It's there, you just don't see it. UI of player disconnects from the trial due to a network issue. They will no longer see the killer's loadouts and name. Fix the player HUD text. Font unreadable health elements. Fix tally button and navigation. Alright. Known issues. There is no indication in the blood web when an item has reached 10,000 inventory. The Dark Lord and Trevor Belmont do not unlock the Bloody Cosmetic upon reaching prestige level 4 to 6. Why? Fix it. You got weeks. What the heck? Dance with me perk icon does not correctly show this cooldown. I'm not sure how I feel about this Castlevania. I'll be completely honest. It's cool. You know, I play Castlevania. I own Castlevania games. It's cool. Dracula. I'd rather have the original Dracula, but I understand you have to use, Castlevania, sells more, I guess, if you're not using Bram Stoker's or something, but just the perks don't seem great. That's like the easiest way to put it. Yeah, cool characters, cool everything, turn into 3 different animals. Well, that's cool. We just had the Dungeons and Dragons where you can do four different attacks, 4 different things he can do, I should say. And now we have 3. I don't know. I feel like the perks are underwhelming. The DLC's there. It's a great, crossover DLC for it. That's cool. I just don't think the perks are up to the hype of the Castlevania. that's where I feel like it's just not there. Um, I think the biggest thing for me is why don't the vampire bite nobody? Where I'm sure everyone has got to think that, right? Somebody's got to think like that. To be like, why don't the vampire bite nobody? Like, why? I hope, I haven't seen the Mori. If a Mori's out there and it's some vampire biting, sucking your blood out and something like that, cool. Okay, I can see it then. But if that isn't the Mori, then vampires bite people. Where is it? That's something that I thought that it would have been like a perk, like building some kind of blood thing, like the Oni does, sucks your blood and then goes charging. I would think that, a vampire would be sucking your blood and doing something, you know, sucking your blood to transform into stuff and run around at you. That kind of thing, maybe. But that's not what we got. So everything else is all peachy king. The some people got buffs and nerfs. You take some, you lose some, so that's all right. I don't got no problem with that. Just yeah, those perks are a little underwhelming to me. There's too many chest perks. That's one of the biggest things. I mean, how many people out there, the first thing they're thinking about when they log into a game to play for Dead by Daylight, I gotta run to my chest. I didn't bring in an item, I gotta go find me a chest to use. I mean, not many people do that. At least the people I play with, I don't have one person, and I literally mean one person, that uses a chest perk. Nobody does. Not one. So, some people do, a lot of people don't. So I don't really, like I just said, and it's just underwhelming to me. The perks are underwhelming. The DLC's there. It's just the perks are underwhelming. You guys will have to let me know down below what you think about the perks, the buffs and debuffs, what you feel about the Castlevania, the Dracula and Trevor's perks, how you feel about them. I just think they're underwhelming. I think they could be better. And like I said, unless they have some kind of Mori with sucking your blood or something like that, vampires do that only. So why? Like, that should be one of the things. I don't know why it's not. It's just a horror game. Like, has to be something, right? But that is it for me. That's all I got for you this week. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the bell, hit the like. Let me know down below, like I said, what you like and what you don't like. And yeah, I play nothing but a lot of horror games on here. You'll find all kinds of single-player horror everywhere. So you want to go check out the channel here and see what you can find to scare yourself with. But I am out of here. Have a good rest of your day.